Well, good morning. I'm back. I've been away a couple of weeks. It seemed like an age actually. Usually holidays zip by, don't they? But I think we crammed so much into the fortnight that I felt I'd been away for far longer. How are you? I'm aware that we've entered a new month, September. And it's one of those months, isn't it, that brings a sense of refreshment. We make New Year's resolutions on January the 1st, and I do understand why, secular brand new year. And I'm also aware that sometimes we look at Advent as being the beginning of the church year because that's when the lectionary changes, the readings change over. And we recognise that Easter and the resurrection is another fresh start. But I always feel like September is too. It's when I want to do the spring cleaning. I'm an autumn person, can you tell? We've got our children going back to school. We've had a hiatus, a bit of a pause with some of the activities and clubs and events that we run during this summer. And everything picks up again in September. And before we know it, we've got quite a lick on and the pace is up. And we're running into the shorter days and the cooler temperatures. And it just feels like we're at the beginning of something. Is that just me? I don't think so. And I was particularly thinking about the children and little ones starting in school for the very first time. Almost everybody is having a change of teacher. We've got teenagers, 18 and 19 going off to university. And we've got people starting their GCSE courses, their A-levels, moving from primary school to senior school. Such a lot of change. And I suspect that as I've listed all of those unnecessarily, because of course you knew them all anyway, but you've had somebody come to mind in almost every category. It's a lot, isn't it? Along with that, I was thinking, well, where does that sit with God? And how do I feel about coming back from holiday and throwing myself straight into the new term and picking up all sorts of opportunities to be creative and fresh? And I realised that actually we have all these markers that we impose ourselves or we feel are imposed upon us by routines and rhythms and natural cycles. But the ultimate person who offers us a new start is God himself, isn't it? And there's that wonderful phrase, new every morning. And I thought, is that in a hymn I know, or is that from the Bible? So I did a quick Google on it. And I've gone to the Message version of this, and I'm going to share it with you. It's in Lamentations, actually, which is a book not to be underestimated. It's got some wonderful passages in it. It has in it that passage we sometimes hear at funerals about time, a time to laugh and a time to cry, a time to plant and a time to tear up. You know what I mean. Anyway, this is what I found in Lamentations along that new every morning phrase. God's loyal love couldn't have run out. His merciful love couldn't have dried up. They're created new every morning. How great your faithfulness. And it comes straight after a passage where the person writing has said that they always feel a little bit lost and they're struggling to remember everything and to keep a grip on hope. And in fact, that's actually the phrase. And there's one thing I remember, and remembering I keep a grip on hope. And what they keep their grip on and what they're hoping and what they understand and recognise is that God's loyal love couldn't have run out. His merciful love couldn't have dried up. Whatever their situation is, they are remembering it. And then they go on, they say, those things, God's love, his loyal love, his merciful love, are created new every morning. Every single morning we get a fresh start and an opportunity to have a clean slate and get on with stuff and do our best. And I, for one, am ever so glad about that. When I worked in special education, I was always reminded to not mention to the children that we wanted things to be different. So if a child had a bad day, we just made a real point of never ever saying to them when they came into the classroom the next morning, I hope we're going to have a better day than yesterday, because all that did was remind them of yesterday and that we all deserve a fresh start and a new opportunity, and every day we're given that by God, and actually perhaps we need to give each other that as well. It's a wonderful reminder, isn't it? So today's a new day, fresh start. Get on with whatever you're doing. If you don't do everything you want to do, it's okay. We've got tomorrow, another fresh start. All those young people having their fresh starts, anything you're doing that's fresh or new, I will be keeping everything in my prayers and everyone in my prayers as we begin this new season. And I look forward to seeing some of you very soon. Fresh start. Enjoy. Lots of love and God bless. Bye bye.